One of the most trending things in the real estate industry in Uganda today are the condominiums. Most people are opting to buy condominiums instead of the single family homes. In this video, we're going to be looking at why you should buy a condominium. Let us start by defining a condominium. In simple terms, a condominium is an apartment you own. It can either be a high-rise apartment complex or a horizontal complex. In condominiums, we have common areas like swimming pools, gyms, that are shared by all the residents of a particular establishment. The first reason as to why you should buy a condominium is prime location. Condominiums are generally located in the heart of the city or around the city, not very far from the city. Therefore, amenities like grocery shops, schools, hospitals are at the fingertips. You'll also be able to access restaurants and other entertainment venues that cities have to offer. Number two, affordability. Condominiums tend to be less expensive, especially when you look at neighborhoods like Kololo, Muyenga, which are very, very unaffordable in terms of purchasing land and single family homes. Therefore, condominiums that are situated in such places make it possible for you to afford a home in such prime places. And number three, security. Condominiums offer security at high levels because they come with armed security guards 24/7 during day and during night. Therefore, your property is well protected. You can even go out of the country for a whole year and you come back and your property will still be intact. So the security is just magnifique. And number four, cheaper maintenance. When you look at condominiums, the bills are shared amongst the residents of the particular complex. Therefore, when it comes to maintenance of buildings, maybe there's a problem with the structure somewhere, repairing will come in very cheap because you share the bill. If it's 1 million and you're let's say 10 people in that complex, that's 1 million divided by 10. Therefore, each member will pay around 100 grand, making it cheaper. Number five, a safe investment. When you buy a condominium, chances are, when you look at the industry, the real estate industry in Uganda, it is on the rise. Therefore, when you buy a condominium, let's say at 100 million, probably in the next 10 years, you'll be able to, sell it at a much higher price because, development is happening. Therefore, it's a very safe investment. Instead of keeping your money in the bank, buy a condominium and keep your money in there. Number six, amenities. Condominiums come with a lot of amenities such as swimming pools, fitness centers, community rooms, even playgrounds for children. Therefore, making it easy for you to stay active and socialize with your neighbors and grow your relationships. You don't have to be alone like when you live in a single family home where you're locked up in a fence and all that. Here, you have these amenities on site. You don't have to go out, of the condominium complex to enjoy, such facilities. Number seven, sense of community and belonging. When you purchase a condominium, because of the way it's set up, you share, community gardens, parks, and recreation areas, which promote a sense of community and belonging, and it makes it easier for you to make friends and to meet new people. At number eight, state-of-the-art design and technology. When you look at our condominiums, especially those that lie on the high end, they come with features like high-speed internet, energy-efficient appliances, smart home systems, smart home security systems, etc. Well, since no good thing comes without the bad side, let's look at the bad side about the demerits of owning a condominium. Demerit number one, monthly fees or yearly fees, depending on where you live. Um, when you look at the amenities that condominiums offer, like gyms, swimming pools, and all that, they need maintenance. Therefore, every resident of a particular complex must make a contribution, monetary contribution, to ensure that these things are kept in tip-top shape. Disadvantage number two, there's no land ownership. When you buy a condominium, you don't buy the land beneath it. You own that land as a community, as the residents of that particular complex. Therefore, you cannot sell the land, but only your unit, because that is what you own to the maximum. The land is jointly owned. Disadvantage number three, community rules. You know, um, when you live in a condominium, there are rules that are put in place by the association that runs it, which every resident must abide to ensure that you do not inconvenience each other. For example, there are condominiums where you're not allowed to own pets like dogs and cats. There are condominiums where you cannot host parties because you'll be making noise, for your neighbors. So this becomes a hindering factor for some people, especially the party animals. You know what I mean? Disadvantage number four, inadequate parking. When you look at most condominiums, they don't sit on a large, chunk of land, and normally they give you a maximum of two parking spaces. Therefore, the parking space is always limited. There's no condominium that is going to give you more than, let's say, five parking spaces. So, well, disadvantage number five, they are expensive. The cheapest, condominium that I've seen, a one bedroom condominium, goes for around 55 million Uganda shillings, which makes it very expensive. Because when you look at, when you decide to build a house yourself, you can buy yourself a 10 million shilling plot of land, which is way bigger than you can get when you buy a condominium in most cases. The balance, the 40 million, can build you even a four-bedroom house. You get me? So a condominium to some extent is expensive, but it depends. Basing on the above arguments, you can either choose to, buy a condominium or build yourself a house or buy a standalone house. But keep in mind that, you know, most of the people that build their own homes cannot enjoy the kind of amenities that condominiums provide. You get me? So the decision lies with you. And I can assure you, it's not a bad decision. Though I don't recommend them for people with huge families. I don't recommend people intending looking for retirement homes. We've come to the end of the video. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. Please let us grow the family.